What's up guys, I'm back with a much awaited smartwatch review. It's the No.1 G3 smartwatch which I bought from GearBest. Unfortunately, it got lost once by the shippers and after a lengthy exchange of emails, they agreed to send me another one. Long story short, it made me wait for almost 3 months. I bought it for $58 about 3 months ago and right now I think there is a flash sale going on for about $49. It is a phone complete with a SIM card slot and a memory card slot as well as a smartphone companion, and it can be both at the same time too. When you lift the lid, you'll find the watch resting in a neat velvety setting. And under this setting is a USB charging cable. It works with a 4-pin magnetic induction cable. These are two small magnets which hold the cable to the watch while charging. You have to leave the watch like this while charging, as turning it over can cause the cable to move and detach. And there is an instruction manual with all the operating steps in detail. Looking at the watch, you can clearly see that the design is a Samsung Gear S2 ripoff. In fact, on their product page, even the dial face in the picture is of Gear S2, but it was nowhere on the watch. I did manage to get it. How? I'll come to that in the end. Let's get to the specs now. It has a plastic casing with 1.3-inch capacitive touchscreen with 240 by 240 pixel resolution. On the right side, it has a power button and the back button which takes you one step back in whichever application you are. And a small little speaker here. On the left side, there isn't much except for a small microphone. On the back is a charging port, a heart rate sensor and a couple of screws to hold the casing and the silicone bands in place. The bands are kind of hard silicone. They're not as comfortable and as soft as the A+ GV18 smartwatch I reviewed earlier, but they're not uncomfortable either. It's got a standard metal buckle and decent length to accommodate all wrist sizes. It's not a removable strap, so you're kind of stuck with whatever you have. Under the back case, we have a 380 mAh battery which is soldered into place with some wires, and under that are the slots for a micro SIM card and a micro SD memory card, also known as a TF card, of up to 16 GB. Let's go over some of the operating specs now. The charging time is 1 hour and 10 minutes from 0 to full, and it will run for 24 hours on average use. It has a 64 MB processor and 128 MB built-in memory, which is mostly occupied by its own software, so there isn't much space to load anything else. It connects to the phone using Bluetooth version 4.2 and above and is compatible with Android and iOS. The product description doesn't exactly specify which versions, but it works fine with Android Lollipop and above and iOS 9 in iPhones. It doesn't really have a waterproof rating, so make sure you keep it away from splashes. It weighs 50 grams and comes in 3 colors: black, silver and gold with black straps. It supports JPEG pictures, MP3 audio and supposedly MP4 videos. And for the features, it has a dialer, messages, phone book, call logs, push notifications, audio player, Bluetooth camera remote, alarm clock, calendar, calculator, stopwatch, pedometer, heart rate monitor, sleep monitor, sedentary reminder, a thermometer to measure body temperature, UV radiation detector, ECG monitor, find your phone app, motion gestures, vibrator, health index calculator, Siri, world clock and a flashlight app. Wow, that's a lot of apps. So let's dive right in. When you switch it on, you will see what your current dial face is showing you. For example, some of them show only the time. Some has date too. It has a couple of dial faces to choose from. Just tap and hold on the home screen and then swipe across to choose. It also comes with a customizable dial face which you can upload by connecting the watch to the PC with a charging cable. I'll be covering that whole process in a separate video as it can take a couple of minutes. If you slide down from top on the home screen, you will find the quick toggle panel, where you can see the carrier, date, time and battery status and toggle airplane mode, Bluetooth and mute button. Now to the menu. Just slide across the screen in any direction except from top to bottom to access menu. Number 1. The dialer lets you make calls directly from the watch or the phone it is connected to. Just like so. The watch is connected to my phone and now I'm gonna call my phone from another phone. I also tried making a call while driving with my hand on the wheel and I could hear and speak into the watch pretty comfortably. Messages. It's just like your phone messages panel with the inbox and everything. And when you click on the inbox, for instance, you can see it is separated into local and BT. So it will show both the messages separately. Local is basically the SIM which is inside the watch, and BT is the phone which it is connected to. Same is with the phone book. It will show local and your phone's contacts separately. You can make a call straight from here, but scrolling through the contacts is not that easy. Call logs. Again, two different tabs. The BT one will mirror your phone's call log. Bluetooth. This is where you can connect your phone to the watch. Just open the app and search for any available devices and connect. Notifications panel. It will store all your notifications from WhatsApp, SMS, YouTube, etc. from your phone. It also displays them on the screen as soon as you receive them on the phone, and also every time you reconnect the watch to the phone. App download. This holds a QR code for the app which tracks and records all your physical activity from the watch. It's called the Fundo Wear app and is available on iOS and Android for free. Settings. There isn't much to this, it's basically just plain old settings. Audio player. It will play audio files straight from your phone on the watch speaker. And yes, before you ask, you can play files on your phone with headphones plugged into it and then just use the watch to change the tracks. You can also load files to a memory card and play it on the watch itself. BT camera acts like a selfie stick. You can place the phone anywhere in the Bluetooth range of the watch with the camera open and then click here to take a picture with the phone camera. Voice memos lets you record audio files on the watch memory. From themes, you can change to one of the three available themes. Alarm clock, calendar, calculator, stopwatch, pedometer counts your steps when you turn it on, and it's pretty accurate. Heart rate monitor. You press the start button and this green light lights on. After about 8 seconds of measuring, it displays the result. Sleep monitor records sleep activity after you turn it on. Sedentary reminder reminds you at set time intervals to do some activity. You can set the time intervals yourself. BBT is supposed to be a body temperature thermometer. I'm not sure how this works, but when you press start, the green light on the back turns on and after a while it shows a reading of body temperature. It showed 37 degrees, which is the average body temperature when I placed it on my wrist, but just to verify, I wrapped the watch around a cool water bottle and it still shows around 37 degrees Celsius. So I'm not sure if this works at all. UV detector is supposed to measure the amount of ultraviolet rays you are exposed to. It takes a couple of seconds to measure and then displays the result on the screen saying whether you are in a low or high zone of UV rays. I tested this in full sunlight during afternoon and in the shade, and there was a difference in the results. ECG. Now when I first opened this app with the watch on my wrist, I was amazed, like, whoa, this is some high-tech stuff. But it sort of continued to do the same thing even when I set the watch on the table. So it's basically just a cool animation effect. Find Your Phone allows you to sound an alarm on your phone even if it is in silent mode, provided it is in the Bluetooth range of the watch. Power saving. It lowers down the brightness and is supposed to make the battery last longer. However, I gave the watch a test run with the power saving off and it ran for 24 hours straight. With the power saving on, it merely ran for another 1 hour. File manager. Just like on a phone, it lets you manage your files in the phone and memory card. Now here I wanted to test if the watch can support the audio, video and image files it claims to, so I loaded all three of them onto a memory card inside the watch. The JPEG file opens fine. The MP3 audio plays too. The MP4 video, however, doesn't play. Main menu settings allow you to change the display style of the menu. There is one type with 4 icons on the screen, and there is an annular type. I prefer to stick to the 4 icon style. Motion gestures. When switched on, it allows you to perform certain tasks by moving the watch in a specific manner. For example, you can turn your wrist and the dial will light up showing the time. Or you can flip the watch to mute an incoming call or an alarm. Or even shake the watch to answer a phone call. Image Viewer shows you image files stored on your watch memory, if there ever is enough space to fit one on it. Vibrator. This is one of the weirdest apps I've ever seen on a smartwatch. You turn it on and the watch starts vibrating until you turn it off. I have no idea how this is of any use to anyone. Clock. You can change the time settings and even the dial face from here. Health Index. It calculates your body mass index, and while doing so it shows this really cool animation as if it is scanning your body, and once again the green light on the back lights up. When you launch Siri on your watch, it automatically opens up on the phone as well. So you just speak into the watch and it will fetch a reply from the phone.
What's the time?
This also works with Google Assistant on Android phones. World Clock. It shows times in different countries around the world. It's not really easy to press these arrows in the corners though. LED torch. When you launch this, the whole screen lights up at its brightest and could potentially help you to find something in the dark. Sound allows you to change alert tones, ringtones and vibration settings. This is pretty useful as you don't want the watch unnecessarily ringing for every WhatsApp message. That's all for the watch. Let's have a look at its iPhone app now. It's called Fundo Wear and is available on App Store and Google Play for free. It is pretty straightforward and displays the steps taken, distance covered and calories burned on the main screen. And the sleep data is in the next tab. From this plus icon here, you can connect the phone to your watch and also locate your watch if it is in Bluetooth range of the phone. It starts to ring even if it is on mute. These three lines on the top left take you to Preferences tab, where you can sync your data, set goals for steps and tweak other settings. One different thing about this watch is that when it is connected to your phone, you can see the battery status of the watch right next to the phone battery. Now about the Samsung Gear S2 dial face. I badly wanted it and searched everywhere on the internet to find it. In the process, I found some more cool ones, but I couldn't get my hands on that specific design. I even left a message on No.1's Facebook page and they replied with a link to some Russian smartwatch forum. I didn't have much luck finding it there either. What was next? I made my own. I made this within like an hour or so and was really happy with the result. However, I want to improve on its sharpness and quality, so in my upcoming What the Hack episode, I'll be showing you how to upload your own custom dial face to your No.1 G3 smartwatch, and I'll also be giving you a link to download this Gear S2 dial face I made absolutely for free. So make sure you subscribe. As for the watch, this is one of the most expensive ones I've reviewed so far, and in spite of all the goof-ups with the ECG monitor and all that other stuff, I'm still very impressed with what it can do. You can find a link to it in the description below in case you're interested to buy one. That's it for now guys. If you liked this video, please hit the like button below and subscribe to my channel for more gadget reviews, life hacks and facts. Make sure you like my page on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, Google+, and Instructables. You can find all the links in the description below. Click on the thumbnails to view my other videos or check out my YouTube channel for more. And as always, thanks for watching.